Alright, here we go. We're trying to go live here with this new software. I think it's called Chameleon on the iPhone. I wanted to stream live from the GoPro, but that doesn't seem to be easy to do. So give me a second here while I'm not going to be able to see what's on the phone, but I have a head mount. I'm going to try to put this up on the head mount and go from there. I have no idea. Oh. We're still good. I hit a button, so. Alright. So hopefully you can see this. Probably going to be a little bouncy. Oh my goodness, Odin. He does this to me every time I try to do something on camera. Drops a big load, even though he's already done one, as soon as I start. Every time. Every time. So hold on while I do this. Okay, hopefully that's it for that. We've already done two since we got here. So I brought with me one, and I'll show you in a sec here once I take care of this bag. Yep. This is just going to be one cluster after another. One cluster after another. Okay. So the mosquitoes are bad back here, as are they everywhere else. So I brought one of these zapper rackets with me. And I've always wondered, well, how bad of a shock can these things give you? You know, because it's got two D-cell batteries in there. Well, I accidentally touched it during this process, and it's my ring finger and pinky on her left hand touched it by accident when it was activated, and it's a good sized shock. I dropped it. It was a burning feeling, and still a little numb in those two fingers. So I would not advise touching these if you think it might be a good party trick. This one I think we got. Yeah, don't drop. Well, I dropped it. They work well. I mean, you can get them for under $10 a piece at Harbor Freight. I think Walmart probably still has some. Harbor Freight has some good deals on them. And if the bugs are bad, you just kind of do this. You kind of learn a pattern, sweep it around your head, you hear a bug coming, and when you get one, it'll make a loud crack. And the batteries seem to last a good long while. Let's see if I can get one on crack on camera. So you push a little button, and that red light tells you when it's live. I just kind of get it as close to my head as I can without touching myself. You kind of learn where the bugs are. Sometimes I think just yeah, I got one on there, but you didn't hear him. This version, oh, see, I just accidentally touched that wire, or that button. This version has these little metal deals that go across, and they constantly get screwed up. So the newer versions just have like this metal grate on it, See, this is all out of whack here. I mean, I can fix that later. We won't take the batteries out to do it. I've got him hooked up because whenever there's people around, you never know if there's anybody on the trails back here. Normally, there's nobody back here. I've only encountered people a couple of times, and all the times that we do this. It's about 3/4 of a mile from the car to back to the car. We can go up that way, makes it a little closer to a mile. But Odin's getting too old for that. He doesn't know it, but he goes full bore about half the way. Doesn't realize we have to keep going, and he gets tired shortly. He'll be getting tired shortly. We're just about what I consider halfway around. I don't know if it's technically all the way halfway around, but this is what I consider the halfway, just past the halfway point here. See, this mount setup is not good. So I don't know what you're seeing. Move that. So I'm gonna move it down further in my head. See if that helps any. I think you're probably seeing the sky. And the bugs are just merciless back here. If I stop swinging this racket for just a second, they swarm me. Yeah, see. Try not to hit the camera too. Got one. You can smell them. You can smell them burning. You can see there's one right there. You can see that or not. These are little ones. Freshly, there's one on my arm. Freshly hatched mosquitoes. But you can take out a good number of them with this thing. Especially when they're really swarming. Now it just seems like there's just a couple, but they're fast attackers, these little ones. I got more on the racket. They're not big enough to, must not be juicy enough to snap. If you get like a deer fly or horsefly in one of these things, it makes a really loud whack. It's kind of a pain in the neck, but if you're sensitive to mosquitoes, I don't really itch a whole lot if I get bit, because I take allergy medicine for just regular itchiness, and it tends to keep the bug bites down, itching from the bug bites down, but a black fly bite will still itch, and a horse fly bite, but mosquito bites it's just I don't like all the crap they're transmitting nowadays. I'd rather not get bit as often. I'd be a big fan of eradicating the mosquito at this point. Actually, if I had to pick, it'd be ticks first, but I just read some sort of study where they determined that if you wiped out the mosquito, it wouldn't affect the food chain. Which, I don't know how true that is. I don't know if anything solely lives on mosquito larvae or mosquitoes that would be affected, or bats or fish or whatever. But ticks, man, I just don't know. With all this, with Lyme, because Odin's had Lyme, been treated for it. Supposedly, last test he didn't have it anymore. I don't know if it's ever truly gone. It lurks. Now they have that Passawan virus is going around, and at least with deer ticks and Lyme disease, you had like 24 hours before it transmitted the disease. Well, this Passawan thing's like 15 minutes, and it causes brain swelling and it kills people. So, I mean, you're down, and it's making its way up the East Coast. So it's not like it's just kind of scary for anybody who likes being outdoors. Because, you know, at least with Lyme, if you missed a tick and you get home and you go to take a shower or whatever and you notice it, you got some time. But 15 minutes, boy, you're still out in the woods. And it could transmit it to you. Now, I don't know what the percentage of infected ticks is, but it's only going to get worse, I'd imagine. So, I say smite them all. They say, hey, oh, chipmunk. Or with a squirrel, one or the other, who knows. Where was I? Ticks. They say a lot of the moose population in the Northeast is being decimated by ticks. There's too many. They're getting anemic from all the blood that the ticks are taking. And see, he's tired now, but he'll wander around. See, little tiny mosquitoes. Fresh batch. He's having trouble with that right on his left front leg, I think it is. He's had that on and off for years. I think it stems from when he used to hang out the window of the car. The way he would hold himself. When my back windows didn't go all the way down, like they don't anymore, like they used to back in the day. Now we have those obnoxious windows that only go halfway down. He'd hang out the window and kind of grip the window with his arms, his paws, and the window would be right up under his in his armpit. And he did something. I think he did something to a tendon or something over there. He was treated for it, but it was a big to-do. They put him under and put a shot in there. And all right, so now we're getting ready to go back across the field. So I'm going to shut her down for now, so I don't look like a moron going across the field. Oh, come here. Odin, come here.